Even times of celebration are tinged with sadness for this group. They're marking Unity Week, which honours the birth of Prophet Muhammad. But they're also using the occasion to call for their leader to be freed. It's all a far cry from the streets of Abuja at the end of October, when security forces clamped down on the group during several days of protests. Dozens of members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria were killed in the violence.
What happens on the 27th and the 29th and the 30th of October here in Abuja clearly shows that this government intentionally cracked down on the movement. This government intentionally went to the Sheikh house and they wanted to kill him. Why? Because on Saturday, on the 27th, while the army were coming, they met a gathering and they opened fire at the gathering. They killed 6 people. They injured so many. On the 29th, on Monday, we had an intelligence report, let me put it that way because that is the only language the Nigerian securities understand, that the Guard Brigade, and remember, Guard Brigade were only answerable to the President of Nigeria. When you see Guard Brigade on the street, it is only when the President gives them order to go to the street you see them. So we had this information that Guard Brigade were given an executive order to kill us when we comes out for our Arba'in symbolic trek. And we had the information and we wrote a press statement. We give it to the pressmen and it was published and everybody was aware that this is the information we had, that the Guard Brigade were given executive order to kill us. And we comes out. But unfortunately, they block us at the checking point. They open fire at the innocent, unarmed people.
The group are not without their controversies. Some Nigerians believe they cause a public nuisance with their marches, and when engaged by the security forces, they responded violently, with stones.
Like what happens in Maitama, that is where they have been citing an example that we use stones. We are protesting peacefully, and the security forces, they block our way. They started throwing tear gas. Okay, we decided now to disperse. Knowing that there are some of them behind us, they blocked, there was no way out. They were shooting tear gas and they started shooting live ammunition on us. They killed one. So we have no option because we have female and children among us. And these people, they totally has no feelings for humanity in their mind. They were shooting. So what do you expect from us? We look up to you. What are we going to use to pave a way for these sisters and children to be safe? We have no option that to use the stone. And we use stone, we throw stone on them, they move back. And we have a way and escape the sisters and the children among us. And there was never a casualty from the side of the security forces.
You've spoken a lot about the government killing members of the movement. Is there any chance that you're going to take up arms in retaliation?
This is a movement that has no such intention. This movement aims at making people to live in peace.
But you're being killed?
We have been killed, yes.
You're not going to do anything about that?
No, if somebody kills you, if you want to retaliate, it's not just to carry arms and start killing people, innocent people that isn't. We know the people that attack us. We know who kills us. We know who gives order for the killings. So if there is any repercussion, if there is any retaliation, it should be at the targeted at the person that order for the killing or the person that kills. But there is something people need to know, especially those in authority, especially those that order for the killing of our brothers and sisters, especially those that were given order to kill. They should know that there is no way you will kill us and go free. It won't happen in this century. This is 21st century. You can't just wake up because you are the president of a nation and order for the killing of innocent people and feel you will go free. No, it won't happen. Even though they are in government, they don't respect the law of the land. They break law at their own will. They should know that there is a day for justice, and justice must reign in this country. And we are calling for this justice, and this justice must be established in Nigeria as far as we live as citizens in this country.
And what would you say to people who believe that the movement is more closely affiliated to Iran than it is to Nigeria?
Yeah, I think it's funny for somebody to say because, okay, let me say the relationship between we and Iran is ideological relationship. That is where we meet. We share the same ideology with some of them because majority of the Muslims in Iran are Shiites. the Catholic. We had the Roman Catholic. The Catholic share the same ideology in Christianity with the Romans. Okay? Does it mean that Rome is sponsoring the activities of the Catholic Church in Nigeria? Does it mean that the Rome is sponsoring activities of Catholic Church in Nigeria? Okay, if it happens that Rome is sponsoring Catholic activities in Nigeria, is there any provision in Nigerian constitution that says that the Romans are not allowed to sponsor the activities of Catholic Church? Is there any provision in Nigerian constitution that says, I as a Shia, as somebody that believe in the ideology of Imam Jafar as-Sadiq, that should not have any relationship with my ideological brother somewhere in the country, not even Iran? So that is very funny for the authorities to be saying Iran is sponsoring us.
The movement is adamant it's peaceful and says the protests will end when their leader is released. They say the Sheikh is being denied access to proper medical care after being shot when he was taken into custody in 2015.
The government has no option that to free our Sheikh. But we are calling. But it seems they don't want to free him. That is why they have been playing with the intelligence of the masses. Even the competent court of law has been played around by the government. We were in the court of law here in Abuja, 2016 December, where Justice Gabriel Kolawale ordered the government to free the Sheikh as a result of the government saying the Sheikh has committed no offense, that they are keeping him in what they call protective custody, that they are protecting him from some group of people that want to kill him.
What would your message be to President Buhari?
I want him to come back to his normal senses and respect the law of this land and free Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaky and stop all the act of tyranny and oppression meted to Nigerians, because Nigerians are our brothers and sisters.